This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, November 29th, 2023. I'm Kate Sharon. The $66 million Rockland Murphy Museum of Art opens this weekend in South Bend with 3 days of public events beginning at 6 p.m. Friday and extending through Sunday afternoon. Museum leaders say it's all part of an effort to reflect the local community. The museum showcases 1,000 works of art, or 3% of Notre Dame University's total collection. For those who had frequented the university's former Snite Museum of Art, the Rockland Museum will bring an entirely different experience, museum leaders said. Director Joseph Becker.
That everything will seem fresh. Everything will seem, new. Gives us a stage on which to showcase the collection in a way that they deserve, but we weren't necessarily afforded in the past.
Artworks have been pulled from storage and restored for display. Altogether, the pieces cover 4,000 years of history, with mediums mixed with one another throughout the museum. The University of Indianapolis has promoted Carl Knapp to the Dean of the School of Business, the university announced this week. Knapp, who has been with UIndy for 17 years, says he plans to expand the university's focus on artificial intelligence and applied learning for students. Knapp joined UIndy in 2006 as an associate professor of business administration. In addition to his academic work, Knapp has industry experience in information technology, including a 3-year stint with Raytheon. Knapp said his goal is to give students opportunities for experimental learning with local businesses such as Allison Transmission and Fastenal, as well as not-for-profits such as the Midwest Food Bank. The historic Eagle Cotton Mill in Anderson has been inducted into the Historic Hotels of America program, just 2 years after undergoing a $20 million restoration. The building was first built in the mid-1880s and was reopened in 2021 as a Fairfield Inn and Suites, after sitting vacant for about 40 years. Historic Hotels of America is an official program of the National Trust for Historic Preservation. It includes more than 300 hotels and resorts that are recognized for, quote, preserving and maintaining its historic integrity, architecture, and ambiance. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to Engage Central Indiana, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. You won't want to miss our fireside chat with Governor Holcomb and the Michael A. Carroll Award presentation to Mitch Daniels. Plus, we'll dive into the important issues shaping the region's economy. It's December 6th at the JW Marriott in downtown Indy. RSVP at ibj.com/engage.
The Convention and Tourism Bureau for Clark and Floyd counties will move to a new location to increase its visibility and capture more foot traffic. In January, So-In Tourism will move to a space at 228 Spring Street in Jeffersonville, combining its previously split tourism offices and visitor center. Since the original center was opened 25 years ago, Executive Director Jim Epperson said in a news release that the interstate access has changed, resulting in fewer visitors checking out the new center. The new location also opens it up for potential business collaboration. The Martin County Alliance is looking to bring a CEO program to 2 area high schools. Our partners at WTWO-TV report the program would allow students to get a behind-the-scenes look at local businesses, at what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Martin County Alliance Executive Director Jessica Potts said the effort has been 6 months in the making and has already garnered interest from Lagodi High School and Shoals High School.
I'm excited to get the kids out of the classroom and get them out there learning about the businesses and the entrepreneurship opportunity. And also, it's an awesome professional development for these young kids.
Potts said they are still fundraising for the program, having raised about $35,000 to date, which is about half of what they need. The first amount will cover startup costs to build the curriculum and marketing materials. The second phase will be used to pay the teacher for the program. Officials hope to begin the program in fall 2024. Merchants Capital announced this week that it has secured $17.4 million in equity financing for the construction of Reserve on Park Place, which is expected to bring 187 age and income-restricted housing units to the Fort Wayne area. The financing comes as part of the federal low-income housing tax credit program, for which Indiana awards were announced earlier this month. Units at the Reserve on Park Place property will be restricted to seniors 55 and older. The 3-story building will have 15 studio units, 136 one-bedroom units, and 36 two-bedroom units. They will be available only to seniors making 40%, 60%, and 80% of the area median income. Units will be equipped with handrails, grab bars, and intercoms. Lottery revenue is up over projections, according to Chief of Staff Carrie Stroud at the Hoosier Lottery Commission meeting Tuesday. The lottery is expected to take in $546 million in revenue during the first 4 months of the fiscal year, July through October, but has made $603 million. It's ahead on operating profit and other income sources, although it spent slightly more than expected on game and provider expenses. The lottery has also paid out less than budgeted in prizes and has spent less on general and administrative expenses. Retired news anchor Debbie Knox is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Kate Sharon for Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.